Just thought I'd give you a little quick tour of our gardens. Well, we're going to start up here at the upper garden. Sarah planted our second row of peas right there. And then the rest is just onions that seem to come up every year. Under our white mesh here, we've got some cabbage. Looks coming along pretty good. I also planted some onions in there. We kind of had an overload of onions sets ordered this year, so pretty well planted onions wherever we could plant them. A few marigolds mixed in. See, these are moving on to broccoli, and they're not coming so good. I don't know if something was eating them or what. Anyhow, these ones aren't doing too badly. And then over here, we've got cauliflower with the marigolds. And there's a couple here that didn't make it. And then we have more cabbage. As you can see, some plants are doing fantastic and others not so much. There's our garlic that we planted this fall, or previous fall. So it's all coming up really well, and won't be too long until we're harvesting that. Right alongside the garlic, we planted some carrots, but there's only a few coming up every so often. Not sure, probably a combination of cats and dog running through the garden. These ones aren't doing too badly. I've cut all the scapes off our garlic already. Oh, I see one or two I might have missed. More carrots and some rutabaga. I thinned those once. Looks like I might need to go through and thin them again. And then we have 2 rows of potatoes with a few onions planted in amongst them. We have Yukon Gold and Norland Red planted here. On to our next garden. Look over here, there's fire pits filled with some thistles I've been trying to get rid of. So we got a couple rows of corn. There's all the thistles down there I've been trying to get rid of today. It is full, and they are not fun. But we want to be able to walk down the aisles, so we got some peas. They're all doing really well. We've been eating a few off the vine already. Pretty good. And I went through and pruned my tomato plants today. I took all the lower limbs off so that they're not touching the ground. And my next step will be to start training them up, climbing up the wires that they have behind them there, the cattle panel. They're all flopping. And in front of the tomatoes I did plant some bean plants. This was a late planting as my initial bean plants got eaten. Not sure what's been eating the garden this year, but it's made for a little bit of extra work. So there's all our tomato plants, bean plants going down. I thought I'd try some peanuts. We tried peanuts last year, but I didn't know what they would look like when they came up, and I think I may have pulled them as thinking they were a weed. There's another peanut there, and a marigold. So yes, there's the thistles I'm trying to get rid of. Hopefully, if I get most of their roots, they won't come back. Onions. I think this is a 4-row deep onions, or across, what do you want to say. And then we have onions and 3 rows of beets. All along here. Looking fantastic now. We had a little rough start for our beets this year. Not really sure. It's been really wet. So if I perhaps that was the reasoning, but they're coming along just fine now. I've thinned these first 2 rows. As you can see, they look a little more thin, obviously, than that row. So that'll be the next chore. Yeah, so there you have it. There's our garden shop where I do all my work, and our beautiful field that we get to watch next to our neighbor. Have a great day, guys. See you later.